So yes, I know what you're thinking, both these defenses aren't very good, right? But I found a stat where both these defenses are in the top 10. Hey guys, New York Giants versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Here is my prediction and preview for this upcoming Monday night game. My final score prediction is going to be at the end of this video. So as a Giants fan, when I saw this game on the schedule earlier this season, or earlier this year I should say, I did not expect the Chiefs to have only one more win than the Giants at this point. Honestly, when you look at the Giants' schedule now, this seems like one of the more winnable games. I also didn't expect Daniel Jones to have less interceptions than Patrick Mahomes at this point. So as always, let's start out with a quick look at the stats for these teams. So let's start with team defense. The Giants defense ranks 26th overall, while the Kansas City Chiefs defense ranks 29th overall. The Giants passing defense ranks 18th overall, while the Chiefs passing defense ranks 28th overall. The Giants rushing defense ranks 26th overall, while the Chiefs rushing defense ranks 27th overall. A key stat here though is the Giants have double the amount of sacks that the Kansas City Chiefs have. So yes, the Giants have struggled getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks this season, but recently, they have improved. They have been getting more sacks as of recently. But the Chiefs have really struggled getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks and are still struggling. They have the least number of sacks in the NFL, or tied for the least number of sacks in the NFL, with the Jacksonville Jaguars having only 8 sacks on the season. And like I said, you never want to be tied with the Jaguars for any stat. So yes, I know what you're thinking, both these defenses aren't very good, right? But I found a stat where both these defenses are in the top 10, and that is points allowed. Both these defenses are in the top 10 for most points allowed per game. Yeah, woo! So the Kansas City Chiefs come in at number 5, allowing the 5th most points per game, averaging 29 points per game. And then we have the New York Giants coming in at number 10, allowing the 10th most points per game, giving up an average of 25.7 points per game. So let's move over to the offensive side of the ball, because the stats are better on the offensive side of the ball. So the Chiefs, they still do have a really good offense. I know a lot of people are saying this offense looks bad. Yes, it looks worse than it did the past 2 seasons, for sure, but it's still a pretty decent offense. I mean, whenever Patrick Mahomes is on the field, it's going to be a good offense. So the Chiefs offense currently ranks 8th overall in the league, while the New York Giants offense currently ranks 23rd overall. The Chiefs passing offense ranks 4th overall, while the New York Giants passing offense ranks 8th overall. But a key stat here under this passing offense stat is that the Chiefs have way more passing touchdowns than the Giants. The Chiefs have the 3rd most passing touchdowns in the NFL currently. They have 18 passing touchdowns, while the Giants have the 30th most passing touchdowns in the league, otherwise known as the 3rd least number of passing touchdowns in the league. They have only 6 passing touchdowns on the season so far. The Chiefs rushing offense ranks 9th, while the New York Giants rushing offense ranks 25th. And the Kansas City Chiefs are putting up more points than the Giants per game. The Chiefs offense is averaging the 8th most points per game, and they are putting up an average of 26.9 points per game, while the Giants offense is putting up the 25th most points per game. They are putting up an average of 19.9 points per game. So the Chiefs are obviously coming off a really surprising loss versus the Titans. They only put up 3 points in that game. And it was especially surprising because this Titans secondary isn't good. And on top of that, they were dealing with injuries too in that secondary. So how could this Chiefs offense only put up 3 points? The Chiefs offensive line allowed 4 sacks in this game. Patrick Mahomes was just consistently running around outside of the pocket, just trying to make something happen. But this whole offense just looked so discombobulated in this game. And defensively, it was just bad, like it's been all season. They were missing tackles. The defense is just one of the worst in the league. So the Giants, on the other hand, are coming off one of their most dominant wins in a while versus the Panthers. This defense, all of a sudden decided to play like the defense they were last season and only gave up 3 points to the Panthers. So in this game versus the Giants, I feel like the Chiefs are going to try and establish the run. I know, that's kind of weird, right? Why would you want to, take the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands? He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Well, the thing is this. The Giants have one of the worst rush defenses in the league. Also, Patrick Mahomes has really been trying to do too much for this offense, and that's when he makes his mistakes. That's why he's thrown so many interceptions this season. He's trying to do too much. Darrell Williams only had 5 carries last week, and Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher in the game versus the Titans. They couldn't really establish the run because they were always playing from behind. The Titans went up big early. So if the Giants don't score a ton early, the Chiefs could have time to establish the run. For the Giants, whenever Mahomes does drop back though, they need to make sure they are getting pressure on him because that's when he is making his mistakes this season. On offense, the Giants need to let Daniel Jones throw it down the field. They cannot be afraid to take deep shots in this game. Because if you're not taking deep shots against this Kansas City Chiefs defense, which defense are you going to take deep shots against? So it's time for my final score prediction here. And I feel like the Giants can win this game, right? But I have to predict the Chiefs to win this game 28-24. And you're probably like, Lauren, why would you do that? Why do you have no faith in the Giants ever? Well, the Giants have never won when I predicted them to win. And if I predict them to lose, they have won. Not every time, but 2 of the times. So, I mean, I'm not superstitious, but honestly though, I think Kansas City is going to come into this game angry. I think this is going to be a revenge game for them, a bounce back game for them. They are obviously seeing what everyone is saying about them, how they're overrated, how this is such a failure of a season for them already. I think they are going to come out with a chip on their shoulder. They are playing at home. And this offense, like I said, is still really good. I think we're forgetting that this offense is still a really, really good offense. And I honestly just can't imagine 2 bad games in a row for this offense. 2 really bad games in a row. I can't see it. I think they could take advantage of this Giants defense. But, you know, I hope the Giants win. I will say that. I obviously hope the Giants win. I would love to see the Giants win. I feel like they can win. But I gotta go with the Chiefs in my prediction and be as unbiased as possible. So that is it for this video, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below, let me know your final score prediction for this game, and subscribe. Peace!